probably tomorrow when we get all the details sorted out. But I want to introduce to you a thug, a pedigreed thug. This guy's name is Aaron Phillips. He's 31 years of age. He spent 4 years and 10 months in the Florida State prison system. He spent 4 years and 10 months in the Florida State prison system for methamphetamine, a felon in possession of a firearm, battery on a law enforcement officer, grand theft of a motor vehicle. This was 2 separate incidents that he pled down to. Now, I hope the legislators are listening to me today, because this is one of those low-level, nonviolent felons that they're meeting in Tallahassee and want to turn a bunch of them back out onto the community across the state of Florida. This is the poster child of who they're wanting to send back out into your community so they can commit more crime. That's why we have to tell the Senate no. So anyway, Aaron is out of prison for 5 months. And that's right. In less than 4 months after being out of prison, the Marion County Sheriff's Office once again arrests him for vehicle theft and drug possession. Some more of those low-level, nonviolent crimes. So he spends 4 years, 10 months in the Florida State prison system. He gets out in less than 4 months. The Marion County Sheriff's Office is put him back into prison. Then he resides or is operating in the Plant City, Eastern Hillsborough County area, along with a lot of other what we call tweakers or meth users. So what are they doing? They're stealing vehicles and they're committing crime. So apparently, as they go through their rampage of committing crime, the Hillsborough Sheriff's Office obtains a warrant for Aaron for armed kidnapping and other associated criminal charges. Plant City Police Department is working with the Hillsborough Sheriff's Office, as some of these crimes are in the city and some are in the county. They spot this guy yesterday and he runs from them. They set up on him, he runs from them again. They are diligently working a very difficult investigation with this guy who is actively running from them. I want to underscore that the Plant City Police Department is an incredibly professional law enforcement agency, as you already know the Hillsborough Sheriff's Office is. Today, they're able to locate this suspect in a stolen silver Tacoma with a black hood at United Foods in Plant City. The detectives from Plant City close in on this vehicle in an effort to arrest him. At that time, with him is Aaron Thompson. Aaron Thompson's 36 years of age. They're together. They attempt to make an arrest, and during this arrest, he tries to flee. He runs over and intends to leave for dead the Plant City police officer. I say he runs over. April is driving. He's in the passenger seat. We have some conflicting testimony as to whether she ran over him or was trying to flee, or she was trying to flee and he jerked the steering wheel over to run over the Plant City police officer. They fired shots into the vehicle. We know now that the Plant City police officers struck April Thompson in the leg during that event. They were able to escape because the one detective from Plant City stayed there, as he should have, to help his partner. The next thing we know, these folks materialize north of Plant City, and they materialize where they have dumped the silver Tacoma and carjacked a 1990 Tacoma that's blue. This is in the area of Cooper Road, north of Plant City. They notice at the scene the silver Tacoma has blood in it, which is evidence once again that there was an injury from the confrontation with the Plant City police officers. They fled again. The information was broadcast to our sheriff's office. Our crime suppression team, which was working in this area of Bailey Place and Bailey Road, were looking for the suspects. One of our deputies came down, searched the trailer park out. He left to patrol the area along with our other crime suppression team members. About 30 minutes later, he returned. The deputy that returned, his name is Deputy Sheriff Jackson. Deputy Sheriff Jackson returned, and he hears a disturbance at the end of the road behind me. So he goes to the end of the road, and there he hears hollering, and he approaches another vehicle, not the blue Tacoma. We don't know where that is at this moment in time. And there is Aaron in the passenger seat of a black Volkswagen. Also in the vehicle is April Thompson. He recognizes her because he has seen her photograph from information that was sent over to us from Hillsborough County. So he attempts to take her into custody. As he's starting to take her into custody, Aaron gets out of the passenger side of the Volkswagen and tries to walk off. Deputy Jackson tells him to come back. He's under investigation. When he comes back, he gets into the driver's side of the vehicle. Immediately, Deputy Jackson, who's trying to take April into custody, turns her loose. And he runs to the driver's side where he tries to get Aaron Phillips out from behind the wheel of the car. The car is starting to back up. Aaron is scrambling, resisting. The deputy's trying to get him out of the car. He's reaching down toward the floorboard. There's at least two other ladies and another guy in the area. Someone, and we're determining at this hour, one of the ladies is screaming at the deputy. He's got a gun. He's got a gun. During this time, Jackson sees him reach down toward the floorboard. Jackson immediately pulls his firearm and starts shooting in defense of his life because he truly believes that Aaron Phillips is retrieving a gun to shoot him. He shoots Aaron Phillips. Aaron Phillips is deceased. He's still in the vehicle down here. Our crime scene's working that. Then he goes back to take April into custody. She's not only shot in the leg, now she has an additional bullet wound in the stomach. There's not many people that get shot twice in one day by two different police officers in two different jurisdictions, but she did. We rushed her to Lakeland Regional. She is in good condition. She is being held on many felony charges. I would like to tell you what they all are, but it may take me the next 30 minutes and I may still leave out some of them. But at this time, Aaron Phillips is deceased. He is a very dangerous, very violent person. He's proven that in the past. He proved that today. And it's just because of God's grace and a great deputy sheriff with great training and the right equipment that he's alive and well and safe. Now, that's the 30,000-foot view. We'll try to give you details and solidify the details at a briefing probably tomorrow. We've still got witnesses to talk to. We're still trying to figure out exactly who did what when, but we know this. Deputy Jackson confronted some very dangerous people all alone, and he lived to tell about it.
For clarification, the first release from Hillsborough County said that the woman was wanted on the warrant, but it was him, not her, right?
We know that he's wanted on the armed carjacking warrants. We know that she's got outstanding warrants. We don't know what all they are on her yet, and Hillsborough County's still working on this case.
But he was the one that Plant City wanted, right?
He is the one that there's armed kidnapping warrants out for. He's the one that's violent and dangerous, has been proven to be violent and dangerous. But it all comes back to the initial information that we've received of their use of methamphetamine, their buying and selling and use of methamphetamine in the eastern Hillsborough County area. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what I know at this time. And as I said when I started this press release to you, it's subject to change as the details become more in focus, okay?
Correct spelling of their name?
Thank you very much. Aaron, A-A-R-O-N, Phillips, P-H-I-L-L-I-P-S, 31. April, A-P-R-I-L, Thompson, T-H-O-M-P-S-O-N.
Sheriff, did you guys retrieve the gun?
The gun is in the floorboard between the legs of Aaron Phillips right now. There is a gun on the floorboard between his legs.
Sheriff, any message right now to that Plant City detective? I mean, he's in hospital.
The feedback that I get is that they took him in for emergency surgery, the Plant City detective, and that he's got some significant injuries, but that he certainly should be okay. Our heart and prayers go out to the officer from the Plant City Police Department, and I thank him for his service in standing in the gap between good and evil. He's good, he's evil. She's evil. But because those police officers were willing to risk their life to take an armed kidnapped suspect into custody, he was significantly injured today. We're glad that the trauma center at Lakeland Regional, which is phenomenal, and our physicians are able to work with him. The chief, I've invited him to be with me today, but he's exactly where he should be. He's with his officer at Lakeland Regional. We'll release later information, and once again, we're having to coordinate between Hillsborough, Plant City, the Sheriff's Office, and FDLE. We're all involved in this, so it's going to be a complicated investigation, okay? Thank you very much. Talk to you later.